Hey guys, how's it going? It's Kitten Kitty here, and I'm back with another video for you guys today. And today I'm coming at you with a brand new video on how to get Dark Aether in 2 games. So today I'm going to be showing you how to do the LMGs. The LMGs is very similar to the attack rifles, and similar in the fact that you can actually get them diamond or gold in 2 games. Now, this all really depends on how good you are at zombies. If you are super good, then you can totally do it in 1 game. If you're about average, I would say you could definitely do it in 2 games. If not 3, and the 3rd game will last you like maybe 10 minutes. So with this setup, I would highly recommend either having Frost Blast as your active or the Ring of Fire as your active. Only have Frost Blast as your active if it is tier 5. If not, then totally go with the Ring of Fire. Either one works because we're only going up until like a little bit past round 30. Now that you have your active, you're going to want to make sure that your Cryo Freeze is tiered up to tier 5. That way you can slow down the special zombies and you just get that extra bit of damage or the insta kill whenever they're frozen. Once you have that all set up, we're going to load into a solo Firebase Z, and then once you have that all set up, you also want to make sure that your gun is at least level 40-ish, because the last camo that you need you unlock at level 50. So at the end of these 2 games, it'll wind up being like 52 or 53, so you'll have plenty of time. Now that that's all set up, we are going to load into a solo Firebase Z game, and we're just going to play through the rounds essentially for the first part of it. So your first priority is going to be turning on the power and making sure that you collect as much salvage as you can from all the zombies that you kill. That way, at the end of turning on power, you should have enough salvage to tier up your weapon once. And that's going to be a common theme. Once you have enough salvage to tier up your weapon, you're going to want to do it as often as you possibly can. This way, your gun is doing as much damage as it possibly can at all points in the game. After you turn on power and you tier up your weapon, I like to chill in the weapons lab right over here. Just because it's faster zombie spawns, you only have to worry about the window and the zombies at the door. And I like to chill here until I start feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And then I move on to Colonel's office, just because the zombie spawns are a tiny bit slower and there's a bit more space where you can shoot the zombies at a greater distance. Now that we're chilling in weapons lab, we're basically just gonna play out the rounds until we have about 9,000, 10,000, and then we are going to save a zombie so that we can go back to spawn and we can pack-a-punch our weapon, put our ammo mod on the weapon, and also get Deadshot Daiquiri and Juggernog. So once we're back at spawn, we're just going to pack-a-punch it, and we are going to use the Cryo Freeze ammo mod. This is very important because if you try and use Brain Rot or the electric ammo mod, I always forget that name, I don't know why, but if you try and use those 2, then the kills that you get with those 2 will not count towards your camos, and they will not be critical headshots, because when you're trying to do this in 2 games, the 3 main camos that are going to give you the most trouble in the most time is going to be the 2,500 eliminations with a weapon, 25 critical eliminations with the weapon, and also 2,500 kills while it is pack-a-punched. So that's why we're trying to pack-a-punch as soon as possible, and that's why we're putting on the Cryo Freeze, because it'll slow the zombies, it'll give you time to line up your headshots, because that is super important. You want to make sure that you're hitting your headshots. Now, once you pack-a-punch your gun, you're going to go to the Wonder Fizz machine, and you're going to only get Deadshot Daiquiri. The reason being, because after we get Deadshot Daiquiri, we're going to the top of the pack-a-punch, and we're going to kill that zombie that we saved, and we're just going to stare at this bunny. That's it. That's how you get Dark Aether in 2 games. No, I'm kidding. But we're just going to stare at this bunny, do the bunny Easter egg. That way we get into the Dark Aether, and then we're going to shoot these 3 floating bunnies all around this area, and then once you do that, you will have a loot box. You're going to open up the loot box, and bam, would you look at that? There's your Juggernog. It also gives you quite a bit of salvage, so make sure that you pick that up as well. And then once you get spawned in, we're just going to make our way back to Weapons Lab. And we're just going to play this out until we get the first assault wave. And then in this time, while it's counting down, I like to go to Pack-a-Punch and Pack-a-Punch my weapon one more time, and also get any other perks. The order of perks that I would get is probably Speed Cola, especially since it's LMGs. Those motherfuckers take a long time to reload. And then Quick Revive, and then Stamina. I don't really mess with the Elemental Pop while I'm doing this, just because you might get those Brain Rots, and especially if you have the Brain Rot tiered up, it's going to be a pain in the neck trying to make sure that you get as many headshots as possible. Once you have that, you're just going to make your way towards the defend point, and you are going to defend. You can pick up the free kill streak, just don't use it to kill the zombies. Only use it in dire emergencies, and you're just going to make sure that you get as many headshots as possible, and then after that you should have enough salvage so that you can tear up your weapon one more time. And after that first assault wave, you're just going to play out the rounds until the second assault wave. That's when you're going to again go back to spawn and pack a punch your weapon to tier 2 and get whatever perks that you want left over. Then again, you're going to go back to the defend point. You can switch out your kill streaks if you want. Just make sure that you don't use that on zombies unless if it's an emergency, and make sure that you get your headshots in. Then after that assault wave, we're going to go back to the weapons lab, and I'm going to chill here until about like round 23-ish, and then that's when I start feeling overwhelmed with these LMGs, and I'm going to make my way to the colonel's office. This one's nice because you have a longer stretch where you can just aim down sights, and you have a window, and that's all you really have to worry about. If you feel overwhelmed in here, you're just going to pop your frost blast or your ring of fire, and that should take care of you feeling overwhelmed because you'll have so much ability to do that. I also like to keep my stun grenades as well. That way, if I ever need to reload and I don't feel like using my active, I just throw down a stun grenade, reload, and then throw down another one and start shooting the zombies. Now, you're going to continue this until you get the third assault wave. Once you have this assault wave, you're going to go back to spawn, and you are going to pack a punch your weapon one last time, get whatever perks if you didn't already, and you're going to either go to colonel's office, weapons lab, or the defend point. I say that because you don't really need to defend, you don't really need the power at this point because your weapon is already pack a punch, and the Wonder Fizz machine will still work in spawn, so will the armor stand in spawn as well. So if you really wanted to, you could not defend, and then that way you don't have to worry about the Orda, and you don't have to worry about any more assault waves once all 3 power places are down. But yeah, you're just going to continue doing that until about round 30. I always recommend that you just keep going past round 30 until you get downed. You might surprise yourself. You might get up to round 40. You might get your gun gold in just one game. But even if that's not the case, it just makes it a lot more easier for your next game because you don't have to stress about making sure you get to round 30. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be the video for today. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a like on your way out. Make sure to turn on notifications for everything as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this video on how to get Dark Aether in 2 games on your TAC rifles. That way you can get your Dark Aether all done in 1 weekend. Also, make sure to check out the channel for more zombies content like this.